Hi everyone, welcome back to 5 Minutes with Nadia, where we explore the mysterious, the bizarre, and the unsettling. Today, we're diving into a legend that has puzzled historians for centuries. A story of two children who appeared out of nowhere, spoke an unknown language, and, most disturbingly, had green skin. This is the mystery of the Green Children of Woolpit. Before we begin, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because this one is going to leave you with a lot of questions. Now, let's begin. It was the 12th century in England, in a small village called Woolpit, Suffolk. Life was harsh, simple, and filled with fear. Fear of war, of disease, and of the unknown. But one day, something happened that no one could explain. Two children, a boy and a girl, were found near one of the wolf pits that gave the village its name. Their clothes were strange, made of materials unfamiliar to the villagers. They spoke in a language that no one had ever heard before, but the most shocking part, their skin was green. The villagers were both disturbed and fascinated. These children looked human, but not quite. They were taken in and cared for, though communication was impossible. They were starving, yet when given food, they refused to eat anything. Days passed until someone brought out raw beans. The children devoured them. For a time, beans were all they ate, nothing else. Over the weeks, their bodies slowly adjusted. They started eating normal food, and then something even stranger happened. Their green skin began to fade. But before the mystery could be unraveled, tragedy struck. The boy, still weak and malnourished, fell ill, and he did not survive. The girl, however, did. She learned English, grew stronger, and as she adapted to her new life, the greenish hue of her skin completely disappeared. But the mystery remained. Where had they come from? Once she could speak English, the girl, who would later be named Agnes, revealed what she remembered. She and her brother were from a place called St. Martin's Land, a world of eternal twilight where everything was bathed in a dim greenish glow. She described it as a land of strange beauty, where the light never changed and the people all had the same greenish skin as they once did. She said that she and her brother were tending to their father's livestock when they heard a loud noise, a deep, resonant sound that filled the air. The next thing they knew, they were lost in darkness. Wandering confused, they emerged in Woolpit, a portal? A shift between worlds? A hallucination? Or just the imagination of a lost child? As time passed, Agnes fully integrated into society. She married a man from King's Lynn and lived out the rest of her days as a normal Englishwoman. But she never forgot where she came from. And now, centuries later, we are left with questions. What really happened to them? Let's start with the green skin. One explanation is hypochromic anemia, a condition caused by severe malnutrition, particularly an iron deficiency, which can cause a pale greenish hue. The fact that their skin color faded once they started eating better supports this theory. Another possibility is chlorosis, a disease known in later centuries as the green sickness, which also caused a greenish complexion. Some historians suggest arsenic poisoning. Exposure to arsenic can cause skin discoloration, and if the children had been poisoned slowly, it could explain their strange appearance. But if that's the case, who poisoned them, and why? Then there's the Flemish theory. Some believe that the children were Flemish refugees. Around this time, Flemish immigrants in England were under persecution, and many were killed or driven from their homes. The children's strange language, possibly an unfamiliar Flemish dialect. Their clothes, simply foreign to the English villagers. Their green skin, a result of starvation, illness, or poisoning. But then, there's the strangest theory of all. Could the Green Children of Woolpit have come from another world? Some scientists argue that parallel universes are not just science fiction, but a mathematical possibility. A world where light behaves differently, where the spectrum of colors we perceive is altered. Could explain why everything in St. Martin's Land was bathed in a greenish glow. Could a natural event, a cosmic accident, or something we don't yet understand have caused a rift between dimensions? But if that's the case, why did it only happen once? And why have no other travelers from St. Martin's Land ever appeared? Now, let's talk about who recorded this story. The tale only appears in the writings of two medieval chroniclers, William of Newburgh and Ralph of Coggeshall. William of Newburgh was a historian of his time, known for his book, The Anarchy under Stephen of England, which gives us incredible insight into 12th century life. But William also wrote about the undead. He recorded tales of animated corpses returning from their graves, attacking the living, stories that parallel vampire folklore. Was he a historian or a storyteller? Ralph of Coggeshall, on the other hand, was a local man who only heard the story. So, was it real? Or was it just another medieval folktale, a story told in monasteries, growing more elaborate with each retelling? There is no official documentation outside of these two sources, no village records, no church logs, nothing. We have to ask, was this a genuine historical event, or just another legend crafted to entertain and mystify? Now, let's look at this rationally. The most logical explanation is that these children were displaced refugees, possibly Flemish. Their green skin was most likely caused by malnutrition or disease, which gradually disappeared as they received proper food. The unfamiliar language they spoke may have been an obscure dialect, misunderstood by the English villagers. Twilight and green glow could have been a child's fragile memory. As for the strange noise and the sudden darkness, it could have been a storm, a cave collapse, or even the disorientation of two frightened children lost in unfamiliar surroundings. At the end of the day, the story of the Green Children of Woolpit is a fascinating piece of folklore, one that blends history, mystery, and the power of human imagination. And that, my friends, is where we leave it. Thanks for watching 5 Minutes with Nadia. If you love exploring the strange and unexplained, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, stay awake, stay vigilant, and I'll see you in the next one. Sorry for 1 extra minutes. Take care and goodbye.